morning. Good morning. Welcome to our Sunday service of the 25th of February 2024, and also welcome online to brothers and sisters on YouTube. We're going to start by offering a bow to Heavenly Parents and True Parents, and then we will say pledge number 8. So please rise. So Kyungbae. And let's recite family pledge number 8. Our family, the owner of Chonilguk, pledges, having entered the era of Chonilguk, to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. So please, you can have a seat and join me in an opening prayer. Please join me in prayer. Beloved Heavenly Parent of all humankind, you have waited for so long to restore your family to the ideal that you had right at the beginning. And though we are few to recognize you as our parent, and many indeed do not even believe that you exist, and they are spiritually asleep at this time, Heavenly Parent, not knowing you, and eternally asleep, because they don't believe in you, don't believe in an eternal life. Heavenly Parent, please let us be instruments that you can work through, people, your children that you can work through to bring your light to this world. Of course, people are expert in many different fields, and such people can help to build the kingdom of heaven, but without centering on you, we will just lose direction, lose our proper direction, and we will create problems rather than resolve difficulties. Heavenly Parent, please be with us as we begin our worship with you today. We come to you in joy and in hope, Heavenly Parent, the hope that you have with our true parents, with good people who are working on this earth at this time to build your kingdom. We pray that we can all be united together, centering on you, centering on our true parents, and this way we can quickly restore this world back to you. Heavenly Parent, as we come here to worship, we want to open our hearts, open our minds, to allow you to speak to us. So, Heavenly Parent, we also want to return joy to you. We want to give you hope that your waiting, your longing will soon be rewarded, will soon come to an end. Heavenly Parent, please join us as we worship. I want to report this in my name, Aja Mold of a Central Blessed Family, Aju. Okay, so today I'm doing everything from here. Of course, we have a tech team at the back. Thank you, tech team, to set up yesterday and today. It's not, we take it for granted, but if they're not here and the band doesn't practice, things don't work out smoothly, and you find me sweating a lot. So thank you for all that you do. We're going to invite our band up. Today is being led by Amabel Vitai, and we have on drums Russell Goff, the original. And on guitar, we have Sersha Mold. On piano, we have Farah Nikayin. And on vocals, we have Holly. And so we're going to start with some holy songs. So please invite the band up. Yeah, thank you. I will be the lyrics person here. I'll stay here.
Good morning, everyone. Lovely to see everyone here, and hello to everyone online as well. So we're starting with Sailing with Our Father, to get some energy into the room. Yeah. If the trip you're traveling is long, That was a really nice start. Our next song is Stand in Your Love.
When darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, I won't be shaken, no, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. And shame no longer has a place to hide, and I am not a captive to the lies. I'm not afraid to leave my past behind. Oh, I won't be shaken. Oh, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. There's power that can break off every chain. There's power that can teach us to be brave. There's resurrection power that can save. There's power in your name, power in your name. There's power that can break off every chain. There's power that can teach us to be brave. There's resurrection power that can save. There's power in your name, power in your name. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're now going to have our announcements. So these announcements are in the newsletter, so you can scan the links in the newsletter. I'm sure you can scan them here because they're very small. But the first one is about a 7-day Divine Principle workshop. It's a 7-day online Divine Principle taught by Reverend William Haynes, and it starts from tomorrow, 26th February to the 8th of March, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, 2 hours every day. So it's interactive sessions with group discussions. So please attend that. Divine Principle. Yeah, it's always good to study, restudy Divine Principle. Also, Family Camp. Family Camp is, registrations are open. When arrivals will be on Friday, the 26th of July, the afternoon, evening, and departures on Wednesday, the 31st of July, in the morning. Wait, I was just thinking about the annual gathering festival, but that's in June, right? So, yeah. So where? This is going to be in Cleave House in Wiltshire. So please scan that registration link on your newsletter and register for that. Making memories to last a lifetime. So there's also a very important upcoming High Noon workshop. So after a successful tour throughout Europe last year, High Noon is now returning to the UK for a workshop organized by the new European branch led by Andranik. It's from Friday the 22nd until the 24th of March. So this is in March, and it's in Livingstone House, right here. So please register for that. It's for 14 plus youth. Yeah, thank you. We have a bookshop reopened at Lancaster Gate. So it was reopened after COVID. Somebody should have told them COVID ended a while ago. But anyways, reopened, never too late. You can find Mother of Peace as a peace-loving global citizen. And also, you can find the Divine Principle on sale. A lot of people have had difficulty locating the Divine Principle in print, but you can get them now in Lancaster Gate. So for more information, scan the QR code. Ooh, there's a children's summer camp. Why do I have a complicated last slide? Yeah, children's summer camp 2024. It must be the summation of all the announcements is the children's summer camp. So please register for that. It's from August the 3rd until August the 7th. So please register your children for that. There's a blessing announced for April. So for candidates that are ready. Oh, welcome Philip back from Korea. I see Philip in the, congratulations Philip. Was in the Top Gun blessing just last week, right? Wow. Welcome back. Yeah, so there's another blessing for April. So if you missed the Top Gun blessing, don't worry. There's another one coming up in April. Mark your calendars. Tentative date is April the 26th in Korea. So far it's in Korea. We don't know if there's going to be any satellite events in Europe yet. So recommended arrival and departure dates will be communicated as soon as they're received. You can get an open ticket, right? Okay. Next we have Spirit and Truth summer dates. So there's a Spirit and Truth, learn the truth, with God's Spirit. So there's a 14-day Divine Principle workshop in Gaflenz in Austria from July 17th to the 27th. And also there's a 21-day Hyojong Youth Pilgrimage to Korea from August 4th to 24th. Arrival on the 3rd and departure on the 25th of August. 25th of August being a memorable day for many blessed couples who are blessed in 30,000 couples. So register for that, and if you want to be a team leader, speak to me or speak to Dr. Balcom if you want to be a team leader for that, or if you want to attend as well. Speak to your pastor. Maybe they can help to support you to go. But of course, you have to make you have to find your own way, really, but we will support you, especially if you're in the worship team or you're a volunteer in our community. The community always wants to give back to you. So whenever there's workshops or any other events and you really want to go but are finding it difficult, please speak to the pastor or any of the worship, the committee members, and see if you can be helped to go. So, give and take, right? Give and take. Children's Summer Camp. It's so good, we had it twice, so please register for that. So that's the announcements. We're not going to have any Yumi news today. It was broadcast on Wednesday, so please attend the Wednesday evening Yumi prayer, and you catch the news when it's hot. So on Sunday, it's like it's history, right? So on Wednesday, you have the news fresh. So please watch the Yumi news, and the Choneguk news is out today, so you can watch that as well. The Choneguk Global News, yeah. We're going to invite the band up again to do Brother Son, a couple of songs. I find that every time I'm giving a talk, somehow Amabel chooses one of these St. Francis songs for me. Make me a channel of your peace or Brother Sun, Sister Moon. So yeah, I'm going to channel St. Francis today, possibly. I don't know. Brother Sun, Sister Moon. Beautiful song.
It's quite funny, actually. I was asking Uncle Russell for suggestions, and I thought Brother Sun, Sister Moon, and then he sent me it, and I thought, wow, what a coincidence.
Brother Sun and Sister Moon, I seldom see you, seldom hear your truth, preoccupied with selfish misery. Brother Wind and Sister Air, open my eyes to visions pure and fair, that I may see the glory around me. We are God's children, of Him we are part. We feel His love awakening our hearts. Brother Sun and Sister Moon, now I can see you, now I hear your truth. So much in love with all that I survey. We are God's children. We are God's children, of Him we are part. We feel His love awakening our hearts. Brother Sun and Sister Moon, now I can see you, now I hear your truth. So much in love with all that I survey.
Okay. And our last one before the sermon is Build My Life. Worthy.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you.
Father.
Father, the name above every other name.
build.
I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be holy. There is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. So today I will be giving the talk on Mother God. It's not by Reverend or Pastor Ajamol because I'm on holiday, right? So usually when you're on holiday, you send a postcard back to say, wish you were here, right? Well, I'm glad you're all here with me right today. So let me find my slides. Okay. I'm going to put my glasses on in a minute. Yeah. So, so our talk today is going to be about Mother God. And I'm sure it's something that you've all been thinking about, right? I'd like to ask a couple of questions. No, one question, actually. When you came in here today, we're not full up today, so when you came in here this morning, what did you notice, first of all? So I'm going to come down and ask you what you noticed when you came into the room. So, I'll go to my wife first, so, I'm not picking on anybody. What did you notice when you came in?
I saw young people practicing the song.
She saw young people practicing, that's what she noticed. Holly, what did you notice when you came in?
The picture of true parents.
Picture of true parents, wow, correct. Well, there's no right answers, right? It's just what you observe, yeah? Russell, what did you... No, I'm going to skip Russell. Because I always pick on him. I'm going to ask Akiko, what did you notice when you came in?
Alistair wasn't here.
Oh, Alistair wasn't here. But you noticed that the original was here, right? So. Shizuko?
Your suit's different.
Thank you. I cleaned my suit. I got some mud on it, so finally I got it cleaned. Yeah, thank you.
I noticed Ashley sitting here.
Okay, noticed Ashley. Yeah. So, Derek, you came in bright and early. What did you notice?
I noticed the young lady singing.
She noticed the young lady singing. Yeah. Okay. Benji, I'm going to pick on you now. What did you notice?
Noticed the
Right, so you balanced it out, or you kind of made it worse, yeah? Miyako, what did you notice when you came in?
Flower, sunflower, just...
Miyako noticed the flowers. Yes, Adrian. Adrian is an architect, so I'm sure he noticed the structural damage to the building. What did you notice, Adrian?
I didn't notice that. I've seen it before. No, I noticed that the girls were embracing my daughter.
Great, yeah, okay. Tony was here bright and early. What did you notice, Tony?
I noticed this beautiful chandelier.
Beautiful chandelier, yes, yeah. The reason I'm asking this question is because, we noticed different things. I'm glad that it was a sister that noticed the flowers, right? The brothers probably checked out the tech. What kind of tech do we have? Are the cameras set up well? What kind of microphones do we have? And this kind of stuff, right? And I don't know if you've gone downstairs. Later on, you're going to have some hospitality. We have coffee and teas downstairs. And when brothers make the teas and coffees, you can know it's the brothers have done it, right? Yeah, and when the sisters make it, the fruit are all nicely decorated and cut up and everything, right? You notice a bit of a difference. Brothers notice different things. You go into the creation, you go to Death Valley, like Mother went recently. What do you notice? The vastness and the emptiness of the place, or the awesomeness of the place, right? You go into a field of flowers, or you run through a field of barley, if that's your thing. And then you have a different kind of feeling, right? So in Romans 1:20, right at the beginning, as they say, even though it's in the New Testament, but right at the beginning of the divine principle, it says, Romans 1:20, when you look at the world of creation, you can see God's eternal power and deity manifest in the creation. Some things are majestic, like a majestic chandelier. Some things are beautiful, like the beautiful flowers. These are all created by the one God, right? Some things are more masculine, and some things are more feminine, right? So this is the situation of the creation. God is manifest in the creation, according to St. Paul. We agree with him that when you look at the creation, you can see God's nature expressed in the creation. And one thing I realized recently was that in everything of the creation, there is in it, or in us, something which is seeking harmony. Did you know that? Benji, did you know that? So when the room is imbalanced, you have to go and balance it on the other side, right? Not make it more imbalanced. There's something innate in us which is seeking harmony. I didn't know this. I didn't realize this. Of course, we all know the truth because God's DNA is in us. We know. When we hear the truth, we know it resounds with us, and we can say, yes, this is the truth. So everything in the world is seeking harmony. You wouldn't believe it by looking at the world, right? But actually, people who go to war to attack other nations, they are seeking a sort of harmony which is on their on their terms, that's the word, on their terms. If I take your country, I will be very happy and we will all live in harmony together, right? So everything is seeking harmony at some level. But of course, because of the fall, and I don't want to talk about the fall today, but because of the fall, somehow our seeking harmony has been twisted. Yeah. So, but everything is seeking harmony. This is very hopeful for us, I think. When I made this slide with the first part of the slide on the bottom, my son said, "Are you sure you don't want it on the top and then the second part comes at the bottom?" But it's at the bottom, right? Expressions of the truth. This is not a quotation from anywhere. This is me reading my own words. Is given and received according to the time, place, and spiritual maturity of the people, right? So the truth we have today is given for us today. The truth that was given to Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, which was, who can tell me what it was? Yes, Russell. Do not eat the fruit. Yeah. For the day you eat of the fruit, you will surely die, right? That was the truth that they were given. It is guidance for their life. Then everything will be fine. Just don't eat that fruit. Until, of course, they were already given a blessing, be fruitful and multiply, which means they must eat the fruit at some point, but only when they are fruitful, right? So they have to wait. So don't eat the fruit until the time is ready. So the truth that's given to Adam and Eve is one truth. After the fall, actually, we fell into ignorance from God, and I'm not talking about that now, but a new truth was given to us to bring us back to know God in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, in the completed Testament, and today, right? So every truth is given according to the time of age and the people's spiritual maturity. So for example, if you think about the Israelites, when they were wandering in the wilderness for 40 years, they had just left Egypt, quite an advanced civilization, but they were at the bottom of the pile there. They were suffering, so they really wanted to leave. God heard their lamentation, and he took them out of Israel under the leadership of Moses and Joshua. They went into the wilderness for 40 years, wandering around in circles, right? But God had promised them this land overflowing with milk and honey, Canaan, where they could enter and build God's kingdom. So they were looking forward to that. But they entered Canaan, and do the rules of the desert follow them into Canaan, or do new rules apply? First of all, their diet changed straight away, right? They stopped eating manna and quail, and they started eating milk and honey, right? Well, they started eating other foods. I don't know about milk and honey, but their diet changed. Some of them complained, why did the quail stop? You know, we were getting free food, right? Free food from God, almost like life elements coming for free. But now they had to toil the land and till the land and toil on the land and grow food and raise livestock and everything. But they were living better, if you like. They were not wandering around, pitching their tents, taking down their tents and, you know, looking out for bandits in the desert, you know, scorpions and all kinds of things, having to, you know, eat melted down gold when they were naughty, you know, this kind of thing. So they required a new truth, a new law, if you like, a new guide to life in Canaan. So God gave them a new guide. We also, first gen, talking to first gen here now, we've been in the wilderness for a long, long, long time, right? We've been we've entered Chonulguk. So let's shake off the dust from our sandals and enter and leave that old understanding behind, right? In the desert, when you're fighting, when you're trying to survive, what is it that enables you to? You have to be strong, right? You have to be really bold and courageous and subjective, right? So you have to be, you have to be very masculine to survive in the desert. You have to be God appeared to us. how has God been depicted in history? It's a masculine God. You know God is masculine, right? In human history, this is from True Fathers. True Father in the Wali Wombon. How many have read the Wali Wombon, by the way? Yeah. Wali Wombon hasn't been released onto the public yet, but because it was the second book that Father wrote. So the first book of the Divine Principle Father wrote was lost in North Korea when he went to Hungnam. And then when he went to Busan, he wrote the Wali Wombon. And then when Christianity didn't accept True Father, they wrote, Father's disciples wrote from his notes the Wani Kangron, the exposition of the divine principle. What I'm saying is the Father wrote the Wali Wombon for a different era when he was expecting Christianity to unite with him, right? So this is what he says in the Wali Wombon. In human history thus far, God has manifested God's self only as the Father, not as the Mother. Nevertheless, it is true to say that no one even thought about the fundamental reason why God, who is our parent, has appeared only as our Father, but not as our Mother. How must God, the Father, feel to see us? His pain and sorrow must be beyond description. It is the reason that human beings, his children, have flowed along the current of history, unable to resolve their own suffering. Page 278. When it comes out, we can check it. I've been told this is what it says, right? I have not read it myself. So this is how God has been viewed in history traditionally. I'm going back because I saw somebody taking a picture. Thank you. So traditionally, God has been viewed as masculine. It says in Christianity, the Lord's Prayer starts, Our Father, who art in heaven. So God, the male God, has been a natural symbol of authority throughout Christian history. The Israelites also required a powerful God to liberate them from slavery. So you need a powerful God. Of course, in many cultures, there have been powerful women leaders leading them, like Elizabeth I, Santua of the Ashanti, battling the British during colonialism. And so there's been a lot of strong women leaders, but they're very rare. And most women leaders in the world, they are not seen for their leadership qualities. They are seen for what they do for the lineage, right? So Tamar, for example, you all know Tamar, she ensured that God's lineage continued through Judah. But we remember her for that, not for who she was as a woman, right? How she was as a mother, or we don't know that Judah loved her after he impregnated her to continue the line. We don't know how she was treated, but we remember her for continuing the lineage, not for who she is as a woman, right? But for bearing children. So in divine principle also, we say God is the masculine subject partner, right? In the Wali Wombon, it doesn't talk about subject partners, it only talks about object partners. We are all object partners to God. So we start off as counterparts to God. So we are God's counterparts, and then he's the subject partner. We are counterpart to God, but we become object partners together with God. God is our object partner as well, if you know what I mean. So husband and wife start off, of course, a husband is a husband, a wife is a wife. It doesn't change. But you are object partners to each other. That's the creation. Of course, in the restoration, there's subject partner and object partner, but we are supposed to become object partners together. One. We are one, yeah. I don't know if you're following me there, but yeah. So in Genesis 1:27 is the first time we hear. Is it the first time? I don't know, but God says, so it says in Genesis 1:27, so God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. So it's actually quite obvious. God created male and female in his image. Yet, in history, we don't get that equality, really. We don't get that. History has not been recorded as this equality between God's dual characteristics manifested in the creation. For example, in history, when God is acting in history, God appears before Moses in the non-burning bush, right? That's how God appears to Moses, to speak to Moses. And it's not really as a cloud, something, So think about if God's dual characteristics are expressed in human life or in all things. Everything is masculine and feminine. So it means God is actually masculine and feminine. So like Russell and Akiko together, twinned, like Siamese twins, together is God, like that. Not one or the other, but the two together is God. So God creates like that. He creates us like that. So he creates men with male genitals, women with female genitals. He creates out of himself. God himself or herself is like this, yeah? Because God, you can only create what you are. You express in creation what you are. So God is a man and a woman, male and female, walking around like that. So when God is walking in the garden with Adam and Eve before the fall, chatting with them and talking about things, it's a God, their father and mother, walking with Adam and Eve. And had they become perfect, they would have manifested God himself and herself. After that, God somehow is walking around only as a man, right, in history, without the female part of God. What does that mean for history? What does that mean? For example, everything in creation is created according to God's dual characteristics, right? Everything, without exception. I'm adding that to it because it's a nice word to add, beginning of divine principle, right? How about female angels? Well, so the angels are God's creation too, right? So how is the dual characteristics of God manifested in angels? We know Gabriel, Michael, Lucifer. And how about the female angels? Where are they? Yeah, where are they? Did God not create them? Did he not create them? So they are not part of God's dual characteristics? Is there anything in the world that doesn't manifest God's dual characteristics? Where are the female angels? God acting in history through angelic world without the female angels. Maybe he didn't create them. Maybe he was waiting. Suppositions, I don't know. Maybe he's waiting until humankind reach perfection, and then human beings may intercede and say, God, the angels need a female counterpart, female object partners. So can we create them? And then we can conclude that creation together with God, creating female angels. But more likely, God already created female angels. And then he hid them away from after the fall, hid them away because, he was going to act in a very strong way in history. So he acted like that, right? So somehow, maybe, I'm just supposing, you can think about it, pray about it, and see what conclusion you come to. Yep. Let me go back to my notes so I don't go. This is from the divine principle. So in light of our understanding of the dual characteristics, the relationship between God and the universe can be summarized thus. The universe as a whole is a substantial object partner to God. It is composed of individual embodiments of truth, each a unique manifestation of the dual characteristics of God at either the level of image or symbol, as governed by the principle of creation. The myriad qualities of God, in their duality, are apportioned into diverse human beings, each an incarnate object partner at the level of image. Each of us is at the level of image. These qualities are also apportioned into all the diverse things of creation, each an embodied object partner at the level of symbol. So everything has dual characteristics. Like we said, maybe excepting the angels, or maybe there's a reason why we don't interact with the female angels as much, right? So that's something to consider. You know, God himself is manifesting as a male, as masculine throughout history, restoration history. But in the beginning of creation, God said, I created in my image, male and female. So it's very clear, God is there, male and female, but is acting as a masculine mainly in history. And Father is saying how tragic that Father couldn't express his motherhood as well. You know, Heavenly Parent couldn't express the motherhood as well. Why is that? You know, but this is what God wants to do. So I'm concluding. I'm making a big jump, right? In conclusion, a big jump. That finally, even though True Mother, who listened to True Mother recently at the Top Gun and the Top Gun graduation events, True Mother said something very revealing. She said, actually, I am not supposed to be the one who declares I am the only begotten daughter, right? I am not supposed to do it. She says, my partner was supposed to do this, right? My partner is supposed to declare that I am the only begotten daughter, not myself declaring it. Mother said this, yeah. Anyway, we've come to a point in history where Mother has declared she's the only begotten daughter. And I'm sure you've heard the story of our PR person in Korea. He brought some news people to Austria during the Peace Starts With Me festival. And they had an audience with True Mother, and she said, I am the only begotten daughter to them in Austria. And of course, he was worried. How are they going to report this, back in Korea? And so anyway, one of the journalists came out with something really positive. Only begotten daughter, everything. So he was questioned. The journalist was questioned. Why did you just take what she said and put it out there? And he said, well, if you think you are the only begotten daughter, you can proclaim it too. You can say, she says she is. If you think you are, or somebody else thinks they are, they can also say, right? But Mother declared, I'm the only begotten daughter. Because she's come to a level of fulfillment where she feels she can say it, right? And in my opinion, this has opened the way for Mother God to now express on earth in this time according to the principle of creation. So we are not in a period of restoration. We have entered Chonilguk, so let's dust off the desert sands and await a new understanding, a new truth, because the values and the guidelines in the desert in restoration through indemnity, those things don't apply in the principle of creation. They are based on the principle of creation, restoring the principle of creation. But living by the principle of creation, we live in harmony between our dual characteristics. So within me, I have internal and external, as you see, and I have masculine and feminine in perfect harmony together. And together with my wife, she being the same, internal, external, masculine, feminine, more feminine, then united in harmony, we come together, and then we have children, and that becomes centered on God, and that becomes the four-position foundation, the foundational foundation of goodness, right? Anyway, this is what it is. So this is how now God is working in our lives, in our communities, like he was walking in the Garden of Eden. She was walking in the Garden of Eden, not according to restoration. This is the way I understand where True Mother is taking us now. We are living in the time of the Garden of Eden in Chonilguk. Isn't that great? Yeah. Don't you feel it? Maybe life struggles are still weighing us down, and there's many complications, lot of confusion in the world, right? We have mentioned this ad infinitum, all these wars, senseless wars, brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters, and fighting and disunity. This has nothing to do with Chonilguk. We have to leave those things behind. We have to be united. Something inside is driving us towards a harmony within ourselves. So let's respond to that. Let's listen to that conscience in us, that original mind in us, which is pulling us to bring about harmony and unity with true parents. Yeah. So, yeah. And then we can experience Mother God. I mean, we all have mothers, right? We all have mothers, yeah. We all have mothers, yeah. And we all, you know, yeah, whenever I had an accident, like in a fight or something when I was growing up, and I got hurt, I never ran to my father. I don't know about you, but I always went to my mother for Dr. Mom to sort me out, right? To comfort me, to kiss it better, whatever, you know. Always went to my mother. Just imagine us growing up not feeling that motherly love, not experiencing that motherly love, what we are missing out on, right? I know I'm mindful that Farah is in the front, but she remembers her mom, and her dad always reminds her of her mom, and her grandma also tells her about her mom and shows her about that motherly heart, right? So we all grew up experiencing this motherly heart. Without this, okay, so Moses is out there, right? I'm not going to restart this sermon. Moses is out there doing stuff and hitting the rock, right? He's hitting the rock saying, "You people don't listen to me," right? And he hit the rock twice. We conclude that, you know, he didn't have Zipporah next to him. Come on, Moses, you know, chill and forgive them, you know, embrace them. Without the motherly heart, I know as a father, when I lose my rag, when I lose my temper, I need my wife to kind of silently pull me back and say, your beau, you know, something, you know, calm down. Because without that motherly heart, history is just taking this violent turn. You know, we think it's solving problems. We think that violence solves problems. Does it solve problems? It never does. It never does. Yeah, this is communism, right? Communism is when there's a struggle, then you can have some. So violence is just a manifestation of this kind of struggle between people. We have this inherent tendency to harmony. That is what God put in us, not the struggle. Harmonize, work together, and build something great. You know, we can't imagine the world without. We think it's going to be a boring world without violence, without wars. No, it's going to be a great world full of things we cannot imagine. You know, incredible things, creation, creativity, you know, expressions of creativity, not using our creativity to damage the environment or damage each other and damage the world. You know, we use our creativity to explore the cosmos, you know, to explore all the planets and, in a harmonious way, you know, loving the creation, letting God be the center of everything that we do. So history without that motherly figure has taken on a very abrasive path, yeah. And we need Mother God to embrace all of humanity. You know, the worst of the worst of the worst people that you can think of who have gone through history, God can forgive them. Lucifer, God can forgive Lucifer, right? That kind of heart to forgive the one who betrayed you, the one who corrupted your children, stole your children from you, that is a motherly heart of forgiveness. Yeah? That God's mother's heart is what forgave. Because, you know, when we went against God, God said, look, I'm masculine. God said, Genesis 6:6, I am sorry I made these people. It grieves me to my heart. That's a mother. Yeah. And then when she made the rainbow in the sky, I believe that's mother's heart making the rainbow. See that rainbow that says, I'm not going to do this again. So God is in bits expressing that motherly nature in history. But the main thing that we see is the masculine God, because it's period of restoration. A job has to be done, and the focus to restore the world, 40 days at a time, making these conditions 40 days. The focus, the masculine focus to overcome, to restore things. But the mother's heart is to embrace everybody. So we have come to that moment in history where let's forgive those who are fighting us, those who are warring, those who misunderstand us. Let's embrace them. Let's understand Mother God's heart towards her children and forgive each other, love each other. Of course, we all have to be accountable for the things that we do. Better on earth, we are accountable for what we have done wrong on earth. Then it helps God in God's providence to restore things, to restore the world. Yeah. So, yeah, Mother God is expressing herself on earth today in each one of us. So in everything that we do, sometimes I think that because Father talks about weird things like the center of man and woman, where God comes to a couple is when they are in conjugal love. That is the center where God is. Really? 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 Is that so? Is that so? Really? So, yeah. So, yes, it's important. Or you think, no, God, don't look. I'm alone with my wife now. Don't look. Don't be here. Actually, we want to invite God to. God created us to be the way we are, to desire conjugal love, because God is like that, right? Or you think God is asexual? God created us like this. God must be like this, right? God wants to experience in the center of a blessed couple that closeness, that intimacy with us, yeah? With each one of us, each couple. So yeah, invite God into your families, into your couples, and let God really be at the center of everything that we do. You know, everything that we do, we go to watch Crystal Palace attempt again to win a game. God is there, right? God wants to experience joy through us in everything that we do. We play music, whatever we're doing, God is at our center, and God can experience the myriad things of creation which continue to expand, so that God can be fulfilled in so many different ways, yeah? It's incredible to think that we are the image of God and God wants to dwell in us. God wants to dwell in us, human beings. He wants to live with us. God's dwelling place will be with men. What does that mean? In everything that we do, we go out witnessing. God is there, right there. Fundraising, we experience this, right? In restoration, we experience when we are doing fundraising, witnessing, bringing things back to God, bringing God's children back. We experience God directly on the front line, right? But in everything we do, when we step out of here, every person we meet, God is in them. That is God. Yeah, God. And we interact with them as if we're interacting with God, right? Yeah. And then we're not going to, because that harmony, that direction towards harmony in us and amongst us, we're not going to be fighting each other when we meet somebody on the street. We will have healthy competition, that's right, yeah, so, but we're not going to fight, over selfish things. We're not going to fight. Anyway, I'm on holiday, and so I'm sorry that I've carried on so long, and next week we're going to be at the Peace Embassy, Simon Roselli will give the talk, and the week after that we're going to be back here in Livingstone House, and I've got somebody in mind. I'm going to give him a call, and he will be giving the talk then. I really do need more sisters to talk. If I'm not going to be a hypocrite, called out as, you say Mother God is here, but then where are the sisters giving the talk, right? Holly, right? Amabel, Sesha, Akiko, Chu, Maria. Experience, Tanya, thank you. Amy squared. All of you, all the sisters, Sigrun, thank you for speaking before. Always welcome. So please come and talk. Express God's mother's heart. When you see mother surrounded by all those men in Korea, you think, really, 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 are we getting there to a point where the women are equal and walking with the men? Same, somehow there's a bit of a disconnect there, if I'll be honest. Yeah. Sometimes we impose on true mother, some masculine qualities so that we can follow her as a leader. Oh, she must be like this. But actually, she's a mother embracing everybody as a mom. Wang Oma. Yeah. So we, let's redress that balance, right? So we walk together, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers together, and this is the only way we can fully express God's dual characteristics. Without that, we are kind of not doing it, yeah. So that is the reality. So let's have some more sisters talk and express God's heart, God's feminine heart, yeah. Please join me in prayer. Our beloved Heavenly Father, Mother God, thank you so much that we could explore how you are trying to manifest your fullness, your dual characteristics in our lives, in our history today. Heavenly Parent, we want to be united with you, united with our true mother, to build your kingdom. We are walking a path that has never been trodden. Many things have been said in the past about how we overcome, how we restore history, how we restore things back to you. So now we've restored it back to you. How are we going to be? Are we still going to be in a process of restoring, or shall we live in the ideal that you intended right from the beginning? And what is that? We must express our dual characteristics, our masculinity and femininity, united harmoniously as you are in our families, in our communities and societies. Heavenly Parent, please guide us, because it's an anxious time. We have to learn new things. We have to have new understandings about our relationship with you and your relationship with us. You are trying to show us many new things. So let us open our hearts up to understand you fully. And when we are concerned or unsure, we pray that we can come to you and seek your guidance, seek your understanding, Heavenly Parent, directly. Please be with all brothers and sisters now as we go through the rest of the week, the coming week, that we can really live with you in every moment. We can be your object partners, working with you, not working for you. We are working with you to build your kingdom, our kingdom of heaven on this earth. Heavenly Parent, I want to offer this time, this prayer to you with brothers and sisters here. In my name, a Jamold of a Central Blessed Family, I report. Jew. Please have a moment of reflection. We'll now invite our band up to have our offering prayer. Offering song. And afterwards we'll invite Nitya to offer the prayer.
Father's dwelling place.
The Father's dwelling place is the fountain of our life, drawn to the light of eternal day. We abandon the darkness. May the word of God in my heart reside, so eternally to receive His motion, pride and delight, children of the living God. Into the world of Eden we came. Let's go marching together. The Father's dwelling place is the throne of new life. Now our resurrection is come, which we long awaited. May the word of God in my heart reside, so eternally to return His dream. His pride and delight, children of the living God. Into the world of Eden we came. Let's go singing together. The Father's dwelling place is the eternal paradise, where the blessing He had to reserve will be freely given. May the word of God in my heart reside, so eternally to receive His praise. His pride and delight, children of the living God. Into the world of Eden we came. Let's go dancing together.
Join me in prayer. Good morning, our most beloved Heavenly Parent, beloved true parent. We are the children who living with you now, that we have our beloved true mother to be with us, to guide us, to embrace, to go beyond our ability to love, to go beyond our vision to think, to go beyond our what I want to say, what I want to do. Is true mother, she has been doing all her life. Even now, she want to go to her eye test. She couldn't do it because she want to meet with young people who have future for the world. Beloved happy parent, this is the mother of heart. The heart of the mother is always living beyond the tiredness. beyond the difficulty, that she could count. We are so lucky to live with her in this era of everything that we do, everything we are going to do is so easy. We don't need to be difficult much compared with in the past that we have been doing from the beginning. We are so grateful that without mother, the father never be happy. Without the mother, how that we can know the hugging, the loving, and then we never understand the fully how you created the world. Dear Heavenly Parent, we are so lucky again and again. We are full of gratitude today. Thank you so much for Aja to give sermon that we all have mom, we all have dad, that we are grateful for. Even greater, we have you to be our parent for the whole world. Thank you, beloved Heavenly Parent. We want to offer our humble heart, our earning, even though not so much, but we believe that we can use in the right purpose for the activity in many ways. We offer and pray together with my brother and sister here, and our brother sister in online, Zoom, everywhere around the world, and offer and report in my name, Nitaya, my best central family, are you.
Yeah, thank you, Nitya. I'd like to apologize for we keep getting something wrong in one of our songs, and it it this one? Please, let's. It's the second, yeah. This one. We have changed this online, so let's use the correct version, which says to return his joy. And this will be the last time that we say receive his joy. Aju? Okay. Yeah, it's jarring sometimes. Yeah, okay. Is there anybody here for the first time? Anybody online for the first time? Just say hi online. I know YouTube is very difficult to see who's online, but if you're there for the first time, you can just make a comment and we'll acknowledge you. So anybody here for the first time who has been away? Yeah, everybody's just Philip came back from Korea. And Philip, would you like to say a short... yes, please, yeah. Thank you. Please come up. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, good to be back. I just came from Korea, finally blessed. Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, what to say? It's just, I feel grateful for our parents' support from the beginning, like the matching process. And yeah, it's been intense this whole month of February. And at the beginning, we're like, do we go this time or shall we wait? You know? And yeah, God really works in miraculous ways. Yeah. Still digesting, embracing the whole new identity as no longer single. Yeah, we're sitting here. True Mother was there, just a few meters, and we're on a new quest to make God happy as a couple, as a blessed couple, and yeah. We want to build our life upon His love. That's the I think that's the main point here. And yeah, just grateful and thankful. She's in Korea at the moment. Yeah, we're gonna be separated for a long time. Yeah, but yeah, we'll make it work. Yeah, I think she's watching. If she's watching.
Yeah, thank you, Philip. Sumima online, yeah, we love you, we miss you, and we know that these couples have made a commitment for God, so that is why they are not together at the moment, so they are investing on the front line for God. So thank you, Philip and Sumima, and all the those who were involved in the last blessing. And from our region, I think Peter Nilen also was there, and Dylan, what's his? Dylan in Ireland, Tumangalov, yeah, was also there. So congratulations to them, and you know, I'm sure they will accomplish a lot for God. And us, we all are also trying to do the same. So we are preparing for next April and also next year for the entrance ceremony to the Chongwongun, yeah. And so, yeah, there'll be many big blessings coming up. I know many of you are preparing, and yeah, I hope everything goes well with you. We are right behind you, supporting. Yeah. Is there anything else that to announce this week? Yes, Nitya just reminded me. There'll be a vigil prayer today, to the 979th vigil prayer in Korea. And we will stream it in the Chon Shimon from 1 o'clock. Those who want to stay and take part in part of it or all of it, you're welcome to do so. Yeah, Nigel. Oh, yes, very important. So every Thursday at the Peace Embassy, we have outreach, witnessing from 10 o'clock, from 11 until 2. You're welcome to join and bring your guests, your friends, family, to listen to the principal, also to go out to witness. And also, we will have workshops in River South. They are not cheap to run a workshop. You know, we need many people to make it economically viable. So, but we are committed to doing them. So, be confident to bring your guests every month. We haven't announced the next one is probably going to be April. We're going to have a challenge for April to have 20 guests there. So 20 guests, is that right? Or 10 guests and 10 spiritual parents. 10 guests, 10 no, let's go for 20. Yes. Yeah, whenever intuition tells you something, go with it, right? Because we have to get into the practice of listening to our spirit mind. Because if our spirit mind says things, go left here and you don't, go right here and you don't, very soon you don't hear your spirit mind anymore. Spirit mind is connected, transcendent of time and space. It knows what is down the road. So your spirit mind can guide you, your intuition. So when you have your intuition, go with it. 20 for April workshop. 20. 21 is a better number, 21. You're confusing my spirit world now, but 21 is good. 21, okay. Can we do it? Yes. Yeah. Our brothers and sisters are dying to hear the unfortunate choice of words, the divine principle, dying to hear the divine principle. So let's reach out to them before they do die. Yeah. So, and then give them life. Yeah. So thank you so much. We're going to have our benediction now, and then we can fellowship together, have some teas and coffees, and prepare for prayer vigil, those who want to attend. So thank you very much for online as well. Benediction. Forgive, love, and unite. Gratitude brings about heavenly fortune. Forgiveness opens people's minds, and love moves people's hearts. Let us be grateful for everything, forgive our enemies, love our neighbors as we love ourselves, and work in oneness for peace. Jew. Have a great week. Thank you.